Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, so today we're digging into something pretty cool, a fundraising strategy from a project called Black Pound Coin. And what they did was kind of genius. They figured out how to create two completely different perfect pitches for the exact same product. I mean, think about it. This is the big puzzle for so many new crypto projects, right? You've got one idea, but you have to sell it to two totally different crowds. On one hand, you've got your community, your gamers. They want a mission. But on the other, you've got the serious investors, the VCs. They just want to see the numbers, the yield, the security. So how do you do it? Well, Black Pound Coin came up with a really clever answer. They call it the dual pitch funnel strategy. And really, at its core, it's a super simple but powerful idea. You just can't talk to a venture capitalist the same way you talk to a gamer. It just doesn't work. So what they did was create two completely separate paths, two different funnels, each one tailor-made to guide a specific audience toward the same end goal, getting behind the project. All right, so let's dive into the first pitch. This one is all about the community. We're talking about building that grassroots movement, getting the everyday folks, the people who are actually going to use this thing, excited. So the pitch for this group, it's all about emotion. It's accessible. It's mission-driven. The hook is basically, hey, you can own a piece of this. Get in early, get it cheap, and it actually does stuff in the real world. They talk about the fun stuff, play-to-earn gaming, getting discounts at actual stores. And the really big part, they hammer home this social mission of circulating wealth. So it feels like you're not just investing, you're joining a cause, a real movement. And that super low price point, that's not really about raising a ton of money. Nope. It's about getting as many people in the door as possible. It's about mass adoption. This way, everyone can feel like they have a real stake in this thing, creating that sense of community ownership right from the very beginning. Okay, so that's the community. Now, let's do a complete 180. Because all that passion is great, but a project needs a rock-solid financial foundation to survive. And when you're talking to the big money, the professional investors, well, that's a whole different ballgame. This pitch, it's all business. Forget emotion, we're talking analytics. The hook is aimed right at a pro investor's brain. You can earn passive income and will guarantee a 25% return. There's no mention of play to earn or social missions here. It's all about yield from trading fees and this is the killer feature, a buyout clause to hedge against the downside. This isn't a movement they're selling, it's a carefully structured financial opportunity. And you'll notice the price is way higher, more than 3 times actually. But there's a good reason for that. These partners aren't just buying a token, they're paying a premium for something totally different: stability, predictable income, and that all-important safety net of being a core liquidity provider. And when you put them side by side like this, wow, it's just a masterclass in knowing your audience, isn't it? On one side, you have the emotional grassroots pitch designed for mass adoption. On the other, you have the rational, numbers-driven pitch designed for market stability. It's two completely different stories, leading to the same product. But hold on, because here's where things get really clever. This is the part of the strategy that's an absolute game changer, especially for businesses in the UK. It's a twist that kind of redefines what an investment even means. The genius move is all in the framing. See, they didn't go to businesses and say, hey, invest in our crypto token. No way. Instead, they said, let's form a strategic marketing partnership. That tiny shift in language, it changes everything. It opens up a whole new playbook. Here's how it works, and it's pretty slick. A business comes in with, let's say, £10,000. Now, they can write that off as a marketing expense, which, lowers their taxable profit. In exchange, they get their brand plastered everywhere: newsletters, in-game ads, you name it. But here is the magic part. Unlike regular advertising where that money just vanishes, here it doesn't. After 3 years, they get their original 10 grand back, and they get to keep all the passive income it earned from trading fees in the meantime. I mean, just look at that value proposition. It's incredibly powerful. Instead of just burning cash on ads that might not even work, a business can partner up, reduce their tax bill, get brand visibility, and get their money back with interest. It's like turning a black hole of an expense into an asset that actually works for you. So let's zoom out and look at the payoff. Because this isn't just some clever trick to raise money. It's actually a really smart way to build a sustainable ecosystem where everybody wins. For the business partners, it's what you could call a triple win. First, you get direct tax relief. That's a huge plus. Second, you're earning passive income on money you were probably going to spend anyway. And third, you get this great brand uplift by being associated with a cool, community-driven project. It's a totally symbiotic relationship where everyone comes out ahead. Which brings us to a pretty big question, right? What we're looking at here is a model that completely blurs the lines between a marketing budget, a financial investment, and building a community. So, is this the future of funding? A world where projects don't just ask for money, but instead create these incredible partnerships where a business expense becomes a community investment? It's a pretty powerful idea to think about.